Hey guys, Nibs again. Wanted to get out and do a little more shooting today, and actually I'm going to do a video on a pair of guns that I have. They are two different models, but they're very kind of closely related, at least in as far as manufacturer goes, and what their intended purpose was. So if any of you guys have been following me at all, you know I love milsurps for one, and also kind of branched off. I started out with milsurps first off, and then kind of get more into 22 collecting, and now I collect military trainers that are 22 rifles. So the two that I have here today are both Mossbergs. So the older one that I have here, get both of them in the frame here. You can see that. So the older one I have here down on the bottom is a 44 US, and it's marked US property. I really couldn't get an exact date on this one as far as when it was made, but these were made from around 43 to 45, and then in 45 they actually stopped making the 44 US and started making the 44 USA, which is actually a civilian. They did ship some of those to the military. There are some that I've seen that are US property marked that are 44 USAs. Not too many though. So yeah, the first one here is a 44 US. This one, like I said, is marked US property. It's got a US serial number, property serial number on it, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. So we got a lot going on out here today. Got a couple guys at the other range shooting AR and a couple 22s. So there's some noise in the background. The local drag strip always runs on Sundays during the summer, so that's only a quarter mile up the road, so you'll probably hear those engines going there too. So lots of fun. You know, summer doesn't last long here in upstate New York, so we got to get out and enjoy it when we can. So the next one, so the 44 US is one that I've had for several years. Really enjoyed that one. I've had that one for, I don't know, 6-7 years now probably, and it's super accurate. It's a really great gun. This one here is one that I actually just picked up over the winter, and I didn't even know they existed until last year. I kind of ran across an article on one, and but this one is actually called a 144 US. So this one is also a US property marked. Well, it actually doesn't say US property on it, but it has a serial number here that says US and then the serial number. So that is the indication that it was actually shipped to the military. So if it didn't have the serial number on it, it could have got out as a civilian gun, I guess. But yeah, so this one is a 144 US, and they made these in very limited numbers. I've read some information of, you know, maybe as little as 5,000 total, and a lot of those that did get sent to the military ended up leading pretty hard lives and weren't in good a shape when they ended up back out into the civilian world. So this one, I think the stock may have been refinished on it, but I'm not sure. It's not in that bad a shape, but it does have some bumps and bruises on it. But it, as far as military trainers goes, it definitely is on the better side of some of the ones that I've seen. So this one does have a fairly low serial number on it. So it's probably, they made these they started in 1949. So one of the things with Mossbergs is in 1949, they adopted the scope grooves, and I don't know if they're the originators of it or not, but they're the first ones that really came out with it, at least in the US market. So they changed all of their model numbers to just being like 44 US or 46B to 146B, and the only thing they really added to those guns was the scope grooves. There's some other modifications that came along as well, but for the most part, really the only thing that changed was adding the scope grooves. This one is different. The military didn't want scope grooves, so Mossberg left them off. So this has got a nice, it's actually a one-piece receiver and barrel. The barrel is about 1 inch in diameter, and it's just one long straight tube out to the end there. So it's a very heavy barrel. The 44 US is definitely a heavier barrel than most of the Mossbergs as well, but it's small compared to this 144 US. Another interesting thing about the 144 US is, the best I can tell, and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody can leave a comment, and it'd be great to hear. I'd love to hear about it. But the 144 US, from what I can tell, is the only rifle that Mossberg ever produced and sent from the factory with redfield sights on it. This has a redfield model 75 peep sight on the back of it. Similar to what would have, and I think that was just because that's what the government spec'd. It's the same sight for the most part that you would have found on a Remington 513T that was a US property, or a Winchester model 75 that was a US property. So I think it was just due to the contract to get the gun sold to the military more than anything. So and that's what I believe drove that. What is this globe? The globe on the front, I believe, is also a redfield. Let me check that out real quick. It isn't marked, so honestly I don't know what brand the globe is on the front of this one. My 44 US has a Lyman globe on the front of it, and I believe it's different than that one. That one's a Lyman 17. They didn't originally come with a Lyman 17, but it really helps out with the sight picture, so that helps out a lot there. So I'm trying to get this thing to balance here for me. The 44 US has a 5-shot magazine, standard. The 144 actually comes with a 7-round magazine, but to keep everything fair, I'm just going to shoot 5-round groups here out of each one of these, and then I'll show you. I'm shooting at about 30 yards here. Got a target on the edge of the hill here. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but the wind is blowing around out here, so that is definitely gonna make life a little more challenging out here as far as getting good groups, but I figured you guys would appreciate these two cool old milsurps anyway. So let's see what we got here. Help if I chamber around, right? Huh. Did I not pick one up? Yeah, definitely got it. Let me strike it again. Huh. Oh well. Let's see what we got going on here. Definitely good looking hits. Let me stick it back in there at a different position and see if we can get that guy to go off. Must be just a dead spot in the rim there of the cartridge. that happens. All right, let's see what we can get going here. Definitely got a good hit on the side, on the rim there. So there we go. That's more like it. All right. So I am shooting the shooting the 144 on the right hand side of the target. I already did shoot a group with each of them before I started the video up. So in the 44 US will be on the left hand side of the target. I really wanted to do a head-to-head with these two for a while now. All right, there's 5 with the 144 US, so let me set that one aside. Get the 44 US out here. So this one actually seems to be in a little bit nicer shape. Definitely looks like it has been used as a trainer and whatnot. So, but yeah, I picked this one up several years ago. When I got it, it did have the globe already on the front, and so this one's actually the mag catch is actually built into the magazine, and then the 144, the mag catch is integral to the gun. So a little bit different there. One more, I think, here. So so anyway, we've got people driving in and out. Just alrighty, friends. Here's the targets for the 44 US and the 144 US. So these two. This is the one I shot off camera, and then this one up here is the one I shot on camera. Really nice. And then over here is the 144 US, which doesn't seem to be quite as tight, but still not terrible, you know, nothing to sneeze at, but it probably just doesn't like that particular ammo. I haven't really had that one out a lot yet to see which kind of ammo it likes. It may like maybe a little bit faster ammo. It definitely was built during the high velocity era more than the 44 US was. So anyway, there you have it. Back to the video. So anyway, those are these are the two Mossberg US property rifles that I own. I have several other brands, Stevens and Remington and Winchester. What else? I don't know. Can't think of any other ones right off the top of my head. Remington. Did I say Remington? So I got Winchester 75s and 52s that are U.S. property. I got 513T that's a U.S. property. I've got several 416 Stevens model 416s that are U.S. property. Oh, I've got a H&R. What's the model on that one? The H&R. It escapes me. It's a newer model. It'll pop to my head. Somebody will probably leave a comment for me on it, I'm sure. But it was that one's a newer one, but it's actually modeled after the Model 52. That one's a U.S. property marked gun as well. M12. Is that right? M12. But anyway, so here's a little better view of both of them out here. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel, and you'll get notified when I do put up new videos. And as always, down below in the description you'll find a link for my Patreon page, and then on Facebook and on MeWe, I have a collectors group on both of those platforms called Walnut and Steel. A lot of great guys and gals on there talking about good old guns like these pretty much on a daily basis, and I'd be glad to have you over there. So alright, I'll throw in a little piece of video here just after me shooting of what the results were from shooting these two together. Really wanted to do a heads up between these two, head to head between these two. Just shooting them with this good old Gecko rifle always does good in these guys, seems to anyway. So anyway, have a great day. We'll see you next time.